Welcome back to the Hockey Shop, source for sports, where we've got an exciting new product to show you today. You've seen it on the feet of Andrei Vasilevskiy. You've seen it perhaps on the feet of Charlie Lindgren of the St. Louis Blues. A couple of the guys that we know that have been wearing this product in the NHL and American Hockey League for all or most of the season that made it right to the championship finals in their respective leagues. In the case of Lindgren, a guy we've gotten feedback from directly here at In Goal Magazine. But today we're going to have Cam walk us through the Bauer Connect, a skate that frankly has the potential to be a game changer at all levels of hockey. One that is going to certainly open a lot of eyes and create a lot of odd stares because of its uniqueness. I got to be honest with you, Cam, I'm not even sure where to start with this. So I'm going to turn it over to you. I know we sat in with you on a fitting with the Bauer Pro team here at the Hockey Shop. We had pros come into town and do their fitting for this new product, get it molded to their foot. Part of what is exciting about this is it's basically a custom skate that you don't have to order and wait for. The plastic shell on this is so heat moldable. It was amazing.
Grilamid shell.
There we go. Grilamid, which is custom. It comes from the ski boot manufacturing world, an expensive material.
We're getting ahead of ourselves here.
Okay, so you tell me where to start because my mind is spinning with possibilities here.
Let's start with the actual name itself. Why is it called Connect? So the way the skate's designed is to really give you a connection to the ice in almost all periods of time in any of your movements. So big thing here, the hinge flex. We can talk about everything else we're going to see, but the big performance benefit is the hinge flex to the skate itself. So as you're crouching forward in your stance, you're leaning forward, that boot is actually flexing forward on you, and that's allowing you to crouch, but keep contact of the blade on the ice. So as I'm really forward, as I'm about to kick off, any reverse VH picking up, I'm allowed to get that lean, but I'm getting more contact of blade. I'm getting a more solid push as I go.
You're more connected to your push.
See? Thus, connect. All right. So we cover that hinge flex. The buckles. Why are there buckles on my skate? So yes, we do see a lot of ski boot technology carrying over because that's actually how the skate kind of really started to come about. Was the investigation into ski boot technology and seeing if we could use that into an actual goal skate itself. So Grilamid, that's what the shell of the boot's made out of. Thermal moldable plastic. There we go.
Hyper thermomoldable. That's not just a marketing phrase. I literally could not believe when they put this in the skate oven and took it out, just how easily and how much you could manipulate this Grilamid shell around a unique foot.
But what's important is when we take it down to cold temperatures, like what you've been experiencing on the ice, impact resistant. So it's not like we're downgrading in terms of for overall protection and sturdiness to the boot itself. So no, we're not worried about it cracking off of a shot, anything like that. It is double thick in the actual toe itself, which is called out, as you can see the difference in terms of the pattern on the skate. However, overall, this is how we're now starting to build the fitment story of the skate as well. So the buckles, obviously what's keeping us in the skate itself. Let's talk about the liner. So completely independent from the boot itself, our actual booty liner, we'll call it for now. So this actually molds.
It's actually an Ultralon liner, just to get it correct.
This is why we brought Kevin around today.
It's not just a pretty face.
Yeah. But these actually move in with the skate itself when we are molding it. So the entire boot heats up, and that's actually part of what's helping to get that kind of almost custom fit for the skate itself. So when we're fitting these skates, they only go up in full sizes. There is no half sizing to it, but this will encompass most with this fitment process. So because this boat is super moldable, it's getting stretched out a little bit as we go put it on. Once we attach this, this is going on to your foot, and then we're sliding that actually into the boot itself. So that's giving us our now custom fit and feel to that skate.
Benefits of having a removable liner include the ability to replace it, They include the ability to order extras. I can't remember which pro goalie it was, but there is one that, much like we see in the NHL, goalies will have a first, second, and third period glove, so it's fresh and dry. You have the ability, I believe there is one that at least has 2 sets, maybe even 3 sets. So each period, he's got a dry liner to put inside his skate. And of course, it's custom moldable. Everything is custom fit. So that feel, and more importantly, that connection to the ice is maintained as he swaps in and out of a wet liner at the end of a period and into a dry liner to begin the new one. And of course, that process is super easy because you're not worried about how tight you pull a skate lace. Real nice for moms and dads that are, not having to pull. Remember, you'll pull in the old skate lace to get them tight. You just like putting on pads with Velcro, a couple of buckles and you're in. And the beauty is, if you know what level that buckle goes to, and there's adjustability within this buckle here in terms of how long this part goes, you just reconnect it to the same one each time, whether it's the first one or second or third, and you're going to get the same fit, the same feel.
Correct. So that's what's giving us that ability. Now, if you want to have that fresh pair of skates, you want to be Capo Kakinen to have that fresh pair of skates every single period. That would be the way to go. For most of us, though, and let's preface this a little bit more, no, this isn't absorbing a whole ton of water and making your foot swim by the end of the third period. That's something I've tested out. I've had these skates on the ice myself. I'm still feeling fresh by that third period. However, if you are playing at that higher level, that is an option that you can go and do to give you that fresh feeling cut skate every single time.
Okay, 22 degrees is how much forward pitch you can get through that. And it's interesting because that's what we want, as you talked about, we want the ability to get flexed forward. And so we've seen traditional skates get stiffer and stiffer. I feel like goalies, in order to get that forward flex, you see them not doing the top laces, all kinds of different ways to sort of achieve it. Mm-hmm. This just sort of has it built into the skate with the hinge system. Kind of reminds me a little bit of the old mechanical arms in the Warrior. Whereas people, as unique as it looked, like right out of the box, they were built to flex. This has that flex built into the skate automatically with that forward pitch. Fitment. Now, I've been through this process with you. It is a skate that is designed to give you a full custom fit in store without having to, get scanned and then, ship off your specs and wait 6 to 8 weeks. Like, you can get these custom baked to the point where you get a custom fit in store. They insert shims if you have unique, like padding in the fitment process. If you have unique elements, places, some guys have bigger ankle bones. Some guys have had, broken bones in the past where the foot might stick out and be a little wider in spots. Like, it's a pretty, I don't say complicated, it's not the right word, but it's a pretty detailed fit process to dial it in. So my question becomes, if you're ordering online, are you sacrificing some of that? Are you better to come in store and see you in person so you can go through that fitment and have you run into in the early going? I mean, are there certain types of feet that may struggle a little bit more? And what are the options for them?
So let's preface this a little bit too as well. So again, you've kind of touched on a lot there. So one, you do need to be sized for the skate properly. Two, it does need to go through a heat molding process really before you can get a proper feel. If you go try this skate on stock without molding in your perceived size, it's probably not going to feel good. It needs to go through that molding process. So yes, you can buy online if you know exactly what you're looking for, but they will still need to go through the entire molding process itself. Not really a DIY thing that I would recommend trying at home. These aren't designed for a home oven. They are designed for a Bauer skate oven in particular, set to the right temperature. There is a molding process that needs to go along with it. In terms of overall feel-wise and fitment-wise, after you did touch on this a little bit earlier, this is where the buckles come into play in terms of giving us that security level while maintaining that flex. So I can still get that tight fit skate, but I'm not sacrificing any of that forward flex as you would find as, say, going up to a top eyelet in a skate and really cranking on them. You kind of lose that flex. You still get that, and you can still get that tight, secure fit to that skate itself.
Early experiences, we have seen some guys with wider feet have a little bit of struggles, with that top over the top buckle, being able to get it done and feel comfortable with it. If you have an exceptionally wide foot, I definitely recommend you make sure you come in and get fit for it. Make sure you can get comfortable with that part of the process. But again, one of the options in that point is you could go to a slightly larger shell size than you might think you need in order to free up some of the room up top. And again, because of that, sort of baking, molding process, you'll still get a lot of the fitment wrapped around. But that's the one early caution that we're seeing, is if you've got an exceptionally wide foot through here, getting this sort of clipped in over top can require a little more of an effort and can lead to a little more pressure on the top of the foot. So just something to keep in mind for those of you that when you go to the sneaker store, you're looking at double E's. I happen to be one of those people that has wide feet, and so that can affect your ability to sort of get fitted. Not necessarily limit that you can't, it just means the process is a little different for you and you need to be cognizant of that upper buckle.
Correct. So quickly finishing off, Vertex Edge holder, still something that you would see through all of the current Bauer lines as well, like the Pro, the Elite GSX. Slightly different steel. This is LS Pulse stainless steel. So same as their Pulse TI without their carbon coating, titanium coating. That's the one. So you needed to save a little bit anywhere to keep the skate under $1,000. So you can obviously switch that out to whatever else you would like in terms of for aftermarket options, especially from Bauer. These lines that you do see on my skate here are actually from profiling, because I did get a profile on my skates. Something you should check out and something we have talked about previously in previous videos.
Well, this sounds like an idea for a future video. We need to dig back into custom goalie profiles.
We can. There we go. So we got another suggestion out of that as well, just from our own.
So custom goalie profiles on your skates will come up soon. But if you need custom fitting skates off the rack in the store without having to wait for your custom orders, the new Bauer Connect, as unique as they might look, provides a great new option that wasn't there before. And to be honest with you, based on early feedback, for a lot of people, may be a real game changer in terms of that ability to crank things down, get that connection, get that custom fit.
Get connected to the ice.
Well said. I think we'll just leave it at that. Questions, Cam, if they want to get a hold of you, because there are going to be a lot of questions about this one. I watched you go through over an hour and a half process with Bauer, making sure you and your entire staff were educated on how to fit.
So it's not just me. You can talk to any of the staff down here in the departments. That's big. Keep that in mind.
And if you want to get a hold of them, now you can give them the number, Cam.
604-589-8299 or 1-800-567-7790.
In the words of Cam, get connected. Connect with him at either number or online at thehockeyshop.com.
Connect with us by hitting the like and subscribe button.
Excellent. I think we've taken this pun as far as we can, folks.
Get connected with that bell in the corner, notified. That's the last one. That's all I got.